our little Mallory Taylor her full shining hour. Okay,
30 minutes.
yes, full shining 26 minutes. Okay.
Really nervous.
I am so excited for Mallory to jump on this call. To be totally honest, she's been avoiding this call like the plague. And I felt like, we're done here, okay? We're done. You've got to get on here. Because she has done incredible things this year. She also had a newborn baby. As you saw in the post, she is a newborn mama. She works full time. And she is also in week 6 of qualifying for 2-Star Diamond, which is a huge freaking deal. She's only the 6th coach on Team VIP to accomplish this. This Thursday, you will see her shout it out, second business center, which means she'll get to franchise herself. She'll open another business center that is her name underneath her business, which will dramatically impact her income. So this is a huge deal. And she's going to share her story about that and kind of go into that. But just know you are in rare air, Mallory Taylor, and I'm super proud of you. All right, you got the floor, girl.
Okay, hi everyone. I am Mallory Taylor, for those that don't know me, and I started coaching May of 2016. So I was in a huge funk with work, and me and Chase had been dating for like 9 months, not even 9 months at the time, but I had gained a lot of love weight. So Jessica had liked every single post I'd ever made. I knew she was like trying to get me to join her team. I was like, not interested. But I loved her energy, and like I missed that. So I used to work with Jessica. She was my boss, and like she has always been a role model to me. Like I absolutely loved her positive energy. So she reached out to me about a free week, and I was like, heck yes, like I want to do this. I need this. Like it was perfect timing. And then 1 week later, I joined her challenge. Before the challenge was over, I was like, how do I sign up as a coach? And I wasn't quite ready to be a coach, but I love Shakeology and I definitely wanted the discount. But she was talking to me like, well, there's this thing called Success Club. So I was like, I'm signing up everyone I possibly can. And so like the goal from the beginning, obviously she was like, Emerald, Diamond, 2-Star, like you'll be 2-Star by fall. And I was like, okay, let's like try to get to Emerald first. So I listened to wake up calls like almost every single day. I was focusing on myself, doing the challenges, and like just by my excitement of my posts, like, oh my gosh, I'm on this fitness journey. I had people reaching out to me like, I want to join. Like, what are you doing? And like, I hadn't like lost a dramatic amount of weight. I lost like 5 pounds, but I was so positive and happy and just, I was getting people in. So a bunch of challengers. I've always worked like really good with deadlines, and I wait till probably like the day of the deadline to try and make it happen. And so we were at a rally, a Team VIP rally. And so that's like an event that we had as coaches, and it was in San Marcos. And I was listening to all these people talk. And me and Jessica were kind of talking after that. And she was like, said something about Leanne, who is my success partner, becoming Diamond. And I was like, oh, I want to shoot for Diamond. And she's like, girl, you have a long way to go. Like I literally had 0 coaches. Like I didn't sign up my spouse. I regret it from day one. Like I should have signed him up immediately. He wasn't my spouse at the time, but I was making him order Shakeology every month. Like he was being healthy. I was making commissions. He was a great boyfriend. But like the goal was always like, okay, 2-Star. Like it was kind of like far off. Like I never ever thought I could accomplish it. Like I wasn't going to be a good leader. I wasn't going to be a good coach. I was focusing on me. I love the lifestyle. So the deadline for Diamond Retreat, the first Diamond Retreat that I had ever gone to, she said I needed to become Diamond by the day before Thanksgiving. So I was like a few coaches short. Like after I signed up Chase, I think everything just fell into place. Like I felt like I was a good coach. And like sometimes you don't have that feeling. Maybe you're not doing enough personal development. I was doing personal development, but what I realized was like I wasn't focusing on the things or like doing the development that I needed to do. Like I wanted to be a better manager. I wanted to be good in my personal job. I wanted to be good in my relationship and do coaching, and I absolutely loved it. So Thanksgiving, I made my friend Jonathan sign up to be my 8th coach. I had built a couple emeralds. He was my 8th coach to make my diamonds, held diamond for 6 weeks because I like a deadline and I wanted to go to the retreat. Next goal I tried to hit was 1 star. Like I just kind of go through the motions. But that's part of like what I feel makes me not successful in the business. So I was talking with Jessica and she's like, okay, what got you quick success? My quick success was I was so excited about absolutely everything, posting all the time. I was losing weight. I had gotten engaged because like I was just the happiest person ever. And Chase was like, I want to spend my life with this happy person. Um, so that was my quick success. Like I was bringing on challengers, not coaches, just challengers. Um, and I think so. The next thing she asked me, like, well, what stopped your business from growing? And I completely believe that it was just me only bringing on challengers. So something that I've implemented this year, Leah joined my team. She just started out as a challenger. She was going through I got married. I was in the best shape of my life. And I think she saw me posting consistently and finally was like, okay, I don't think this girl's pictures are photoshopped. Like, she's actually happy. She's building a business and she looks great. And I'm about to get married. So Leah joined my team. And I think when Leah joined my team and I had a coach that was like excited about the business, how I had been excited about the business, I don't necessarily always share that, but you need to share that kind of stuff. Like all my posts recently, like on my stories, because I'm not allowed to post because of work, is excited about my team recognition. As soon as I started doing the Thursday recognition posts, like on my stories, this girl lost 10 pounds. This girl added 1 coach. This girl had her highest paycheck ever. That's when coaches, when I was reaching out to girls about the coaching opportunity, they were like, oh, this girl's like the real deal. Like she's a 1-star diamond. And like, they have no idea what that means. Like you could say like you're an emerald coach and they would be like, oh my God, like she has a teammate. Like, yes, I want to be a part of her team. And so I couldn't recognize Leah every single week. She's the top coach on my team. She's doing amazing things every week, but I was like, I don't want them to just see Leah. So if you are in a position where you don't necessarily have a team of coaches, post about your challengers, post about someone who gets excited and they are joining the MM100. It does not just have to be about coaching because they're going to see that you're doing something, that you're being consistent in your stories. I've been coaching for 2 years. I talk about all different types of things. I drink my Energize. I drink my shake. People message me all the time about workouts. What are you doing? And I've stayed with it through different stages of my life. So at first I was in a funk and then I was engaged in wedding prepping. So I'm like getting my sweating for the wedding. And then we got pregnant on our honeymoon. So I wanted a healthy pregnancy. And I was talking about being healthy and working out during my pregnancy. And people noticed, like, I would post random shots, even if I could not work out because I was sick to death and laying down at 5 p.m. going to sleep, or if I was like swollen or anything, I would still post like, oh my gosh, I'm working out, I'm doing yoga. Like, there's all different types of things, and you can still be healthy during your pregnancy. And then post pregnancy, I was like, this is my chance. So Jessica had posted about the leadership retreat for this year. And I was just in a stagnant position. Like Leah is a coach on my team. I have a few emeralds, but they don't necessarily want to build the business. They just love the discounts and got some friends to join them. And then she was like diamond. I went to one sweating. I'm stealing sweating for the wedding. She yes, steal it. It's soup. Like everyone loves it. Um, I went to leadership, and at leadership, it I heard the phrase like life rewards action, and that kind of stuck with me. I was like, okay, I can't say I want to be 2-star. I can't say I want to do all of these things if I'm not like consistently inviting, consistently reaching out to people about the coaching opportunity. So January hit and I was super pregnant, like stressed out with work. And I go like I don't know, I'm always going through like funks in life. And so when I am in a funk, it's because I'm not working out, I'm not drinking my shake. So I go back to the basics. I'm like, what brought you to this business, Mallory? And I was so excited. I loved the groups. I loved the community. I loved working out. And I wanted to also be able to share that with other people, other coaches. And so she posted about the diamond retreat for this next year. And I was like, oh, like I'm never going to build a diamond on my left side. Like I really needed a diamond. And so Chase was probably at 3 coaches, 2 were active, 1 like kind of went through the motions. And instead of me saying like, what did I say? Oh, I said I need to drop the mindset of I can't do it, because I was like, why can't I do this? Like, I just need to invite. Like, I need to do the daily actions because the daily actions work. Whenever I invite, I hit SC 14 plus, and I decided I was going to build Chase to diamond. So within 2 weeks, like I built him to a full diamond. 2 weeks. I strive on like last minute type things. And I have 2 coaches, Leah and one of Leah's coaches, Haley. And they were like, they said, we're going to hit diamond by July 1st. And I was like, well, that's never going to happen for me. But like, they were motivating me. Like I'm super competitive. And so that's what like got me going. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to invite. So I sent out 250 emails to all my existing clients, people who are in my coach office, leads that I got through Beachbody. And like, if they weren't interested in like a challenge or doing the MM100 or the 3-day refresh group that we had going on, I got them set up on something underneath Chase just to build volume, because I wasn't going to focus on Success Club, but I needed coaches. So this is when I started implementing like Thursday recognitions. And Thursday recognitions brought me 2 girls who are rock stars in the business, and one is an emerald under Chase and one is an emerald under me. And I think just like having coaches, I was telling Jessica, I love Beachbody, I love the groups, I love everything, but like when I got in a funk because I wasn't growing. Like I see the weekly income and I'm like, okay, that's great. But like, I'm a 1-star diamond. I thought I'd be making $2 billion by now. And it wasn't happening for me. And I was like, it's only because Leah's on my right side. I wish she was on my left side. But instead of wishing, like just make a new diamond happen. So I already have plans for this year. Like I know my first business center will at least be 4-star. I'm going to start building my business center to diamond, because now like I just have the mindset of, instead of saying that I can't do it, I make it happen. Like, I don't know. I'm a perfectionist, so that's also part of it. I'm like, I can't post this. This is horrible. I can't do this poll. This is horrible. But I started listening to Brave Not Perfect. Have y'all ever heard that book? I don't know. It's an Audible, and she's pretty much a woman who is a perfectionist to the max. And she's like, talks about all of these stories about women and how they want to be perfect and they're scared because if they do something wrong, then they're not successful. They won't be successful. Men are the only people who can be successful in the world. And I'm like, it hit me because I'm like, that is me. Like I'm a people pleaser to the max. I try to do everything right. If I do something wrong, I get upset about it. But I was like, I'm just going to trial and error. So I post polls about the bod. So we started doing like not focusing on Success Club, focusing on just products and getting different, to get people in our groups. So when I started posting about different things, that's when I thought, I was like, oh, wow, I'm having a lot more success doing this. I had a random person reach out to me about a story from 2 years ago about an orange creamsicle recover. And I was like, people are listening, like whether they want to join you now, or I had people reach out to me saying, hey girl, I know you asked me about this 2 years ago, but I'm interested. And I was like, wow, like just because my mindset and posting kind of shifted, to not focus on Success Club, to try and build volume and try to put everyone under Chase, that helped me be successful. Something else I was also going to say, so this Genevieve was going for 2-star, I think, at the rally that I went to both rallies, but I think one of the rallies I was at, she was going for 2-star. And something she said was, if she had a coach that was like inactive, she was gifting 3-day refreshes. She was getting them active, like, hey girl, I'll Venmo you, whatever. So that was my mindset. I was like, I'm not going to be able to hold 2-star, after 5 weeks, all these people are going to go inactive. But I continued to show up on my journey. They continued to drink Shakeology. I had a few people go inactive, and like the people that I've been attracting, because I'm posting about becoming a new mom and working out and taking care of myself, these moms want to continue on in the group. So I had a few people go inactive, and I feel like since they're my people, I was like, hey, I'm aiming for a huge goal in my business. Is there any way you could renew your Shakeology earlier? Or is there any way you could buy 50 PV worth of product to stay active? And everyone has said yes, except a couple people, so I was talking to Rachel Johnstone. She messaged me as soon as she found out I was qualifying. And she's like, whatever you do, don't drop. I was like, I'm signing up my brothers. I'm signing up my mom. I'm signing up my dad. Like everyone will become a Beachbody coach. But I wanted to save that for last minute. So I was like, crap. Instead of like worrying about the 8 coaches and the emeralds I had under Chase, I still needed to add people. So I was like, Mallory, snap out of it, back to inviting, back to getting people in the groups. So then I started putting more coaches under him, and people who had been a part of my groups in the past were like, hey, this is the only thing that's been successful for me. I really need to get back on it. I'm like, heck yes. And it's because I was excited and showing my excitement on my stories and posting about it again. But day one back at work, they put me in a huge funk again. So I do not post on my social media. I have to see in my stories who's looking at my stories. And I've blocked like 55 people that I work with in my company so I don't get in trouble. But the goal was to build Chase to Diamond by July 1st. I hit that goal on July 4th. Well, it was like July 17th. And I was like, okay, if Haley and Leah are going to do it, then I'm going to do it too, because I don't want to have Leah and Haley. Like, I'm a huge FOMO person. Like, I don't want everyone else to be having fun and I don't get to have fun. So I set that goal for myself and I just made it happen. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I have notes. Action, mindset. So talk about stepping into your own as a leader. So this past year, What did you, I didn't see what you said, Haley. I just saw, just kidding, you're awesome. So don't say mean things. Um, it says stepping into your own as a leader. So something that happened this summer, and I think it was like, I was on maternity leave. Leah was on, she's on summer break. She's a teacher. Leanne's on summer break. Haley's not on summer break, but we just talk all the time. Like, we talk about how excited we are about this business. So it's like our little group of coaches, and we're like, this is our goal. We're going to make it happen. We started doing business opportunity calls. So, Team VIP has their big main call of coach sneak peeks. And those are great and all, but if you're not doing them by yourself or like sharing your story, the people, they're going to be like, well, yeah, she's an elite 5-star diamond coach. Like, how is that good for me? Like, they're coming to the coaching opportunity because of you. So we started doing our own coach sneak peeks, and that just helped a lot. And then on Mondays, every single Monday, we have a new coach call. So we have leaders on our teams who are emeralds, so we start them out, plug them in to go emerald. And then we have a separate group, and it's like we're on to diamond. So right off the bat, we're just trying to build our new coaches, get them as excited about the business as we are, to help them grow so we can continue to grow. And yeah, so that's kind of, we do group threads, we do calls with our coaches, new coach calls. And then I swear the recognition, like, I need to start like religiously do it every Thursday, because people are like, wow, Coach Thursday paydays, look at all these people successful on her team. Like, I was someone who scrolled social media and was like, if Jessica's like, I was like, Jessica's successful doing this, I could be successful doing this. Like, I have a good personality. Like, people like me. I have 4 billion likes on this post. Like, I could be a coach. And so I just think like people like recognition. I don't know. I like it. So yeah, that's kind of where I have ups and downs in my business, but going on week 6 of qualification, and Saturday night, I'm at a bachelorette party, and one of my people on Chase's left side canceled their coach account. And I'm like, she just renewed her Shakeology last week. Like, why is she canceling? So I immediately messaged her, and I was like, hey, is everything okay? Like, I just saw that you canceled your coach account. I thought it must be a mistake. Like, you're rocking MM100. Like, when she signed up, she literally bought a challenge pack, energize, 3-day refresh, recover. She bought everything. And I was like, something like must be wrong. And so she's like, oh no, it wasn't a mistake. And I was like, no, like, I need you to go back active. Like, I'm trying to I was like, is there any way you could cancel it after Thursday? And like, I had signed up new coaches, I could have moved them over, but like, I just wanted cushion. And so she's like, oh, I'll reset it up. No issue. And then, yeah, so I think we're going into week 6 pretty strong. We're going to stay active and all the positive vibes. I don't really know what else to say. I get really nervous.
That was fabulous. Okay. Anybody have questions? You did so good. There were so many good nuggets in that. That was so good. Anybody have questions? You can put.
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a question. Also, Mallory, so excited for you guys. You like 2-star is when this business really takes off as far as just income and just momentum. It's like you finally feel like you're going downhill for a little bit, and you're like, like wind is blowing in your hair. So
yeah.
my question for you is for qualification, just because people may be confused. So just so everyone knows, in order to be qualifying for 2-star, both diamonds, you need a diamond on the left and diamond on the right, need to hold diamond together for the same 6 weeks. So my question for you is, how did you rally your troops? So if I'm a coach and I have two coaches that say they want to work the business and they want to go with me for a deadline, like you mentioned, what did you specifically say, and what did you do to lead up to that point of starting qualification?
Okay, so on our Monday night new coach calls, like first, everyone who joins our team, like we're presenting the coaching opportunity now. We're not really like, hey girl, let's do a challenge and then hopefully trying to build them into a coach, because if they want to be a coach after they do a challenge, like that's how I started. And like, I just want people into challenges to like love the challenge and then they become a coach, but that's not realistic. So we've been reaching out to people about the coaching opportunity. And I think like part of that, we immediately plug them into a new coach call Monday night new coach call. And we talk about that week 2, like qualification, Leah's diamond, I'm diamond. So I had to build Chase. And like, that's something I didn't want to do. Like I wanted other people to build up and I wasn't going to rely on someone else. Like I was like, okay, if this is going to happen, I'm going to make it happen. I don't want to rely on someone else in case they don't care and it falls through. So each week we have like, I wrote out all my weeks. Like we've had people drop every single week. I had an emerald going inactive. Leah's had emeralds going inactive. And we were kind of like, this needs to happen. Like and to make it happen, we just like kind of said, like, we're aiming for this huge goal. This is big in our business. And they wanted to be a part of it. Like they're excited too. And so we also said like, yeah, we're going to give out like tons of little swag gifts and presents and things like that for when we hit our big goal. So we do weekly calls with them to like get them pumped up like we are.
Smart. That's really good. Any other questions for Mallory? No. So big takeaways that hopefully you heard and took down too, that I was like, yes, I love this, is just being excited and being consistent. Like that does so much. And I will tell you, when Mallory signed up as a coach, that's why I knew she would be successful, because she was so freaking happy and excited. You couldn't help but want to do whatever she was doing, because she's just like a ball of fun and a ball of energy. And that came across so heavily on social media. And she talked about the fact that the reason I started was I was in a funk and I wasn't happy and I wasn't my normal, happy, energetic self, and I needed to be. And she talked about that. And that's why people were so jazzed to be with her in the beginning. And then recognizing everything. I thought that was such a good point. Like, it doesn't matter where you are in your business. You should be recognizing every single week, whether it's your clients, it's your coaches, it's a big win, it's a small win. Talk about it. I think that is so smart, and that's such a good idea, because people do love to see that, and that's a great way for them to see that they can join your team. And that's a great way for them to see, because sometimes when you're talking about coaching, people still don't understand that there's a team to join. They're like, okay, she's like doing that thing and she talks about it a lot, but they don't understand there's something that they can join. Life rewards action. Loves that. And the daily actions work. And Mallory is living proof. She literally will hit Success Club 10 plus or Success Club 0. Like, no in between. She's either all or nothing. But I can tell when Mallory's working and when she's not working, because her business reflects it dramatically. And I'll message her and I'm like, did you jump off the edge of the earth again? Because I have. Where are you?
And I'm ghosting you at that time.
Yes. And then she's like, ghosting me. And I'm like, girl, I will come to your house. Like, I know if you're working.
She comes to my house.
Like, what are you doing?
Something else I did want to say. So at like one point in time, I probably had like, when you're going for 2-star, it's not just like you have a diamond on this side and a diamond on this side. Like, I'm holding all of Chase's coaches active and myself. I have to be diamond, plus I have to have additional coaches that are active. So I would say January of this past year, I had like in between January and April, I had a bunch of coaches just like stop. They had been doing Shakeology for a few years. So I would say probably in my business, I had in the past year like 15 coaches drop, and these are like 15 coaches that I was like, crap, I will never become 2-star. But you just have to consistently like show up and invite and add to your team. Like you have to constantly add, because you can't rely on the 8 coaches you have, because the 8 coaches that started with me are completely different than what I'm trying to hold for 2-star. So you constantly need to add.
That is so true. And you can't put all your eggs in one basket. Like you can't say, okay, these are going to be my
Yes.
because there's a good chance they may flake out, or they may pull a Mallory and go MIA for 3 months. You just don't know. Okay, amazing.
Sorry.
You guys, I hope you have a wonderful week. If you did not see in the chat, Rachel said everybody, Thursday will be Mallory's recognition day across our team. Wear your team VIP tanks on the social and shout her out. Great idea, Rachel Johnstone. We will blow you up. All right, I will put this recording up tomorrow. I hope you have the most wonderful day. See you on the social.